pay attention on this program first. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alamin. Wa bihi nasta'in ala umuri dunya wad din. Assalatu wassalamu ala asyrafil anbiya wal mursalin nabiyina Muhammadin wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Our distinguished guests from England, from Leeds, and from London. We are very great to have you because since our discussion about this program last night, we are waiting for you very well and very much because we need to hear and to listen on your sharings on particularly on Islamic Dawah movement, since you have many programs on that. So thank you again and welcome to Al-Islah Islamic Boarding School. I am here as Master of Ceremony, and I would like to first of all give you information about this Islamic boarding school. This Islamic boarding school has approximately 2,300 students, consists of junior high school students as well as university students. And I'm happy to have you all, Mr. Adam and Mr. Remy, to have you on discussions in this afternoon. So, also this Islamic boarding school concerns on language, both English language and Arabic language. And since 2017, we established high college, and its facility is in Quranic exegesis. Okay, as Master of Ceremony, I would like to share with you and give you information about the list of the program this afternoon. The first is opening, and secondly reciting of the Holy Quran, and thirdly opening remarks from our TA, and the fourth program is remarks from the first Mr. Remy, okay, Mr. Remy, and Mr. Adam. And afterwards, we will have the question and answer. So please prepare the question and answer from you all students. And the last is, closing, and afterwards taking picture. Okay, let's start our sessions, our discussion, our program this afternoon by reciting Basmalah together. And the second program is reciting of the Holy Quran, which will be performed by our sister Firdaning Fajrilan. Time and place for you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. A'udzu billahi minasy syaithanir rajim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Ya ayyuhalladzina الشفاعة والكافرون هم الظالمون. الله لا إله إلا هو الحي القيوم لا تأخذه سنة ولا نوم له ما في السماوات وما في الأرض من ذا الذي يشفع عنده إلا بإذنه يعلم ما بين أيديهم وما خلفهم ولا يحيطون بشيء من علمه إلا بما شاء وسع كرسيه السماوات والأرض ولا يؤوده حفظهما وهو العلي العظيم. لا إكراه في الدين قد تبين الرشد من الغي فمن يكفر بالطاغوت ويؤمن بالله فقد استمسك بالعروة الوثقى لا انفصام لها والله سميع عليم. صدق الله العظيم. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you, Firdani, Fazila. We hope that, we wish that by her recitations of the Holy Quran, Allah will bless us, particularly for this program. Okay, we would like to turn to our second program, which is opening remarks and welcoming remarks from Al-Ustad Muhammad Dawam Saleh, the Director of Islamic Boarding School, Al-Islah Islamic Boarding School. The time and place for you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Alhamdulillahirabbil alamin. Wassalatu wassalam ala asyrafil anbiya wal mursalin wa ala alihi washabihi ajma'in. Amma ba'du. In the name of Allah, the most beneficent, the most merciful, all praise be to Allah, Lord of the world. I am very proud and very glad because our two friends come from England and from Leeds, This is Mr. Pitt also has been studying in Leeds University. More English because my English is very bad. My English. Kamu Ustaz, mantap jiwa. Because my English is like the English of Joko. When Mr. President of Indonesia, there are many ambassadors, many guests from all of the world in Bali. He just said to them, I am very glad because you are coming here. Please invest in my country. That I can just only that. We are very glad in the crowd. You are Muslim. You are caller, yeah, caller Muslim. Your name is Muhammad Adam Aslam, and your name is Rami. Rami in Indonesia usually Remy in Indonesian language is Mrs. Remy, but it is not Mrs. Mr. Remy. Oh yeah.
My full name is Rami Anas Farsi. I have both my names are Muslim.
We are very glad you are coming here because they are Indonesian people. They are Indonesian and you are English people, English pre-trained man. This boarding school, this Islamic boarding school, I have started it from zero about 30 years ago. I have begun from trees, from fields, no building, no man. They are here in the last time only there are animals here. I was here lonely, and after that there are 10 students come here, and I teach them every day and night. We pray with them, and after that the students come here, and we teach them English and Arabic. But after that I just only teach Arabic only, then I forget my English. Because there are the young teachers who teach them English. They are the students from 10 students, and until now about 2,000 students, male and female, 2,000 students. They are every day they are praying for praying in mosque, congregations praying, and they are reciting Al-Quran every day and night, not only night only, but beyond also. Yeah, thank you, and please share what you can to share to our young student here, and what is your experience about your Islam dakwah in your country. I have read also that there is Londonistan. There is Londonistan. Do you know Londonistan? Londonistan is like Pakistan, Afghanistan, and now Londonistan, because about 430 mosques has appeared now, and church, about 500 churches unappeared and go on. There is and appeared. Also the leader of London is Muslim. Also live Siddiq Khan, it is from Pakistan, from Afghanistan, from Uzbekistan, and there is now the new city. The name is Afghanistan, because there are now new Muslims come inverted to Islam, enter to Islam. Yeah, you can share your experience, your knowledge to our. They are very glad and very proud if there is man from London, from you are from Yaman, Iran, Yaman, Maghrib, Maroko. Oh, Maroko. Mix Morocco and English. Mix Morocco and English. Yeah. This what can I say to you? And please after me speak and talk after you. And English, maybe in Arabic, maybe English and Arabic and Indonesian language. Okay. Yeah. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you very much, Mr. Dalon, for your opening remarks. Okay, now we will have the very great program. Are you ready to listen to our? Are you ready? So we turn to our next program, which is sharing on Islamic Dawah movement. The first speaker we will have Mr. Remy Anas Al-Farsi. I will read your CV briefly, brief CV. He is right now active team player, bilingual and in Arabic and English. Currently a project officer at London Faith Forum and executive assistant to the chairman of MINAB. MINAB is the Mosque and Imams National Advisory. He was graduated from the University of Kent, Bachelor of Arts in Politics and International Relations. His models was Politics of the Middle East, Islam and Politics and International Security. He got a very great achievement from Harris Academy, Crystal Palace, with A-levels on media studies, government and politics and history. Okay, fine. Okay, I think it's your time, and please perform, and it's time for you to give your signings to our students.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. First I want to say thank you for inviting me to your school. It's an absolute pleasure. This is my first time in Indonesia. I want to say we live in a beautiful country and very, very kind and humble people. I look forward to my next time I'll come to Indonesia, inshallah. So, I am originally from Morocco, Maghrib, if you all know. I live in London, Great Britain. I work for a Muslim organization in Great Britain called MINAB, which is Mosques and Imam National Advisory Board. And what we do is we help Muslims in We want Muslims and imams to improve their leadership skills, their personal skills, to help their fellow Muslims in Great Britain. And I run projects to help young kids, young Muslims to get more into professional life and to improve their iman and their Islamic education. So with that regard, I'm very happy to be at a private school and to teach so many, to talk to so many young Muslims. So a little bit about how it's like to be a British Muslim, especially in London. When I first went to Great Britain, I was 5 years old, so very young. Now I am 24, so it's been a very long time. So when I first came, I wanted, because we were here to speak about, Arabic and English. One thing that, when I first went to Great Britain, I didn't understand English at all. So you guys who maybe can't speak as good English right now, I couldn't speak any English, but I learned over time to speak English very well, and I also studied my Arabic on Saturday to just improve my Arabic with it. So one thing I want to speak about being a British Muslim is that sometimes it can be very difficult because you are in a Western world, the culture is very different to when you're from a Muslim country, so it can be a bit difficult, but you get the chance to meet so many Muslims from around the world. I get to meet Pakistani Muslims, Malaysian Muslims, English Muslims, Nigerian Muslims, and this is something in London that is very great, is that you get to meet people from all over the world. So hopefully some of you guys, inshallah, in the future can go to London as well and you can visit it. Would you guys like to go to London one day? So in the UK, United Kingdom, we always have a joke between North, which is Leeds, and South, which is London. And London is better than Leeds anyway. No one wants to go to Leeds. Something like I said, I was talking about it. We have a British. So you could be, like I said, a female president, you could be doctors, lawyers, generals, football players. Does anyone here want to be president or anything like that? Yeah. There you go, you can all be presidents in the future, inshallah. So in terms of doctors, a lot of you wanted to be doctors, right? Yeah? In the UK, we have over 30,000 Muslim doctors, which is a lot. That means 17%, 17% of doctors in the UK are Muslim. And many more work in the economy. So I want to ask, how are you guys with your Arabic? تكلموا عربية جدا؟ So for me, like I said, I am from Morocco, يعني Maghreb. I flew to the UK and I didn't speak any Arabic, any English. I spoke only Arabic. I spoke only Arabic, but after 1 year, 2 years, I slowly learned English, and now I speak English very well. But that also does not mean that I have forgotten my Arabic past or my Moroccan past. هذا يعني أنا أصلي من المغرب وأتكلم بالإنجليزي والعربية كل يوم مع أصدقائي وفي من شغلي، ولكن هذا مهم لي أن أتكلم العربي دائما مع عائلتي ومع أصدقائي ومع الناس ومع المسلمين. إن هذه اللغة من الإسلام ولازم يتعلمون العربية لازم تتعلموا العربية إنها لغة القرآن. وأتمنى يكون أنكم If you guys want to learn English, I also recommend you to read a lot of books, watch a lot of good films, good series. You can watch, you can read books like Harry Potter. Have you guys read any Harry Potter or any other book? Sherlock Holmes. Charles Dickens. There's a lot of books I would recommend you to learn English. Narnia, you know it. Roald Dahl. So these are all books I recommend you to learn. I also recommend you to watch movies or anything with English commentary. So if you like Saitama Man or Naruto, you guys learn it, watch it with English subtitles. That's how I learned English. I'd like to say thank you for having me here, and I look forward for any questions that you guys might have for me. And inshallah, I'll pass it over to the Master of Ceremony. Jazakallah.
Thank you, Mas Romi, Mas Remy, Mas. So, do you know Mas? Mas, yes. Brother. Oh, okay, thank you. We have a lot of information from him just now, like, you know, that as Muslim in Britain, as Muslim in England, we do Islamic da'wah with many types of movement, Islamic da'wah movement. For example, it's like, you know, they do trainings on being imams at mosque in London, and also doing like conducting like interfaith dialogue project, as well as the last things that, you know,
For interfaith is social media.
social media promoting and campaigns on Islamic activities in London, and particularly in London.
We do it mainly in London, but we also do it all over the country. So we run projects, for example, tree planting. So we get Christians, Jewish people, Muslims to come. They plant a tree together, and it grows up, and it's a remembrance of the dialogue that they had.
And I had the last also about, you know, interfaith playing soccer.
But yes, they love playing soccer.
It's good program, I think.
We had 11 imams play versus 11 Christian priests in a football match, and it went down very well.
The Muslim teams win.
They won 5-2.
Oh, okay. Okay, thank you so much, Mas Romi, Mas Remy. And now we turn to our, like, you know, comedians from Leeds. I miss it so much, so that when you come here, oh my goodness, I remember Leeds, you know. And please also use Leeds accents to express your explanations about so that Leeds have different accents, and you know, I think it's good, you know. Okay, please, time for you. Yes, Mr. Adam. Oh, let me read your CV first. Yes. Oh, okay, I will let you introduce yourself because it is. Instruction from your boss. This is your boss. Oh, yes. Okay, please. I will let you to introduce yourself then.
الحمد لله وكفى سبحان الله وبحمده سبحان الله العظيم قدوس ربنا ورب الملائكة والروح والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا محمد عبده ورسوله ونبيه العظيم أما بعد قال الله تعالى في القرآن المجيد إن الله كان عليكم رقيبا صدق الله العظيم أما بعد إن شاء الله نتكلمنا في الإنجليزية إن شاء الله لكن أنا في الثاني anyway السلام عليكم everyone أبو بارك Ini gontok ya? Gontok ya? Oke, gantung gontok gantang ya. Maafkan saya ya. Oke, amma Oke. Now you make fun of me, my turn. Okay, so, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Remember very, very carefully. I said from Quran. Inna Allah kana alaykum. Very good, you know? Very good. I am from Georgia. You are from East Java. Anyway. I want you to remember this ayat of Quran. Why? Kenapa? Because it's so important. Okay? I will tell you a story. Okay? It's a story about this small guy. His name is Adam. He even looks like me, but no chinkop, no beard. Right? So, when I was very small, very small, كثيرا جدا صح؟ تمام. Okay, when I was very small, you know what, today, I will tell you some secrets about me, okay? But don't tell anybody, yeah? Even you, Mr. Oh, sakit ukur kamu. Anyway. Now, time for Joker or to be, okay. I went to university, I had an education. My mother was very strict. So as a child, many of my Muslim friends came from the ghetto, or they came from rich families and poor families. And in our homes, we speak many languages. In my home, one of my grandmothers teaching us Arabic. One of my grandfather teaching us Hindi. You know, acha, bolte hain? You know? आपको पता है कि हम क्या बोलते हैं? बॉलीवुड शाहरुख खान है? मेरी दिल बताते हैं. Okay, no, I'm not Shahrukh Khan. Thank you. No Shahrukh Khan. So in my home we speak many languages. My father, he is from a city called Lahore in Pakistan. So he doesn't speak very good English. So he would speak to me in Urdu. Adam, बैठो. Adam, सबक पढ़ो. Adam, yes, okay. And my mother, my Ibu, oh, thank you. Terima kasih. My mother was born in UK, but her mother was from Yemen, for her ancestors, and her father's family from Hindi. So in our house we spoke the language of our region, Punjabi, then my father spoke Urdu, then my grandmother spoke Arabic, and I spoke English. They say something in their language, I always give answer in English. Adam, speak Urdu. Adam, speak Arabic. Adam, speak Punjabi. Wow. Every day, we go to school. You go to school 6 a.m., 7 a.m., we go to school 8 a.m. And we finish school 3 p.m. That's okay. Then we come home, or we came home, past tense. We would come home, very quickly, grab a sandwich, roti, like roti now. Always nothing. Kind of roti, I need roti. Thank you. So my mother would make for me roti and she would make some sandwich, and I would go to Quran school. Many Muslims practice the Quran, many Muslims have the Quran, many Muslims, we did nothing, we're just stupid. But in madrasa, in Quran school, we learn Tajweed and Quran, and also my teacher, my Qiyai, one is Farsi from Iran, one is Arab, and the other is Pakistani. So I learned Makharij al-Quran from Pakistani. He would speak in Urdu and teach me. Alif, Fatha, Zabar, Ba, Fatha, Zabar, I'm sorry, I don't understand Arabic, I don't understand Urdu. No, I'm sorry. What? And then I have Ustad who is Arab teaching me Hadith, and he is speaking in Arabic. فقال رسول الله في هذا الحديث هذه والهذه. I'm sorry, I don't understand. I don't understand. And then I would go home every day, and my ustad would say, why does Adam never learn his tajweed? And my mother would say, Adam, why don't you learn tajweed? And my father would say, aap kyun nahi tajweed par liya? And I would say, I don't understand any of you. So, my mother would say to me, because, after a while, my mother and father get talaq. هذه اللغة العربية ولغة الإسلام طلاق, divorce. I was 7 years old. Yeah. So when I was my father, my mother, we break up. Most of my family became very, very angry. And actually, for most of my life, I had no family. No family. Just my mother and my brother. His name is Idris. He is 17. Very handsome, very handsome. And all he does is play futsal and basketball and rugby and cricket and never study. Here is the problem. I, in my national examinations, got mainly A stars and A grades. My mother said to me, okay. My brother draw picture. My mother said, oh mashallah, my son is very good. My brother, I can third place out of 100 students in my degree class. My brother said, okay, fine. You know Hafiz? I don't care. My brother was like, Alif Ba Ta Jim Ha. And my mother would say, mashallah, I love you. Very good. Finally, I received scholarship to go to Geneva in Switzerland to study under the United Nations, to go to France to study in the Grand Mosque of Paris, or to spend some time there with many ulama from this organization, mashallah, my dear friend Rami, Mr. Santo, My story, yeah. I like you. You also beautiful, but you quiet. Anyway, back to story. So, I get the scholarship to go to many countries to study and to travel. My mother said, why you don't make money? Why you don't study? Why you don't give me more money? My brother go on holiday to Spain to play football. My mother said, mashallah, my son is going to Spain. Mama, he's going to play football. He's your brother. I went to study in Leeds University, then Bradford University, now York University. My brother said, I don't want to go to university. I just want to have fun and play professional football. My mother said, mashallah, I'm so proud of you. Anna, where's your PhD? So you understand the story. My mother was always tough with me because I'm the older one. But she wasn't always tough with my brother. Because one day my mother was very, very sick, and she had the problems in her brain, and she became very ill. And I was sitting by her bed, and I was so, not crying, nothing, just sitting there. And she said to me, see, I make you strong, a strong person, because since you were small, you lose. My grandmother is my best friend. When I was a child, she died. This year, my father's mother, my father's father, they died. When I was 15, my best friend died because he was ill. Many people in my life died. Many people who were my friends lied to me, steal from me, lie about me, cause fitna, and make me angry. But I was sitting with my mother and she said, see, I am always strict with you because I want you to be strong here and here. Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, he said, وَيَقُولُ, if there is a hole, you know hole? Hole. Inside there is a snake. You put your hand in. Bite me, one time. Then again, you put your hand in. He might. Rasulullah said, if the snake bites you one time, he doesn't bite you again. If your friend breaks your heart, Don't be stupid. Be careful. Never again. Don't cry. Be strong. No, even Allah Ta'ala, He says in the Quran, وَخَلَقَ الْإِنسَانُ ضَعِيفًا. Indeed, insan, we're weak. We cry. When Allah revealed this ayah in Nuzul, Rasulullah said, even I cry. Even I feel pain. It's okay. But my mother, she said to me, Adam, you must always be a strong person. People will be your taman, your friends. They will be your enemy. This is life. If you always are concerned about, oh, what do they say? What do they say? Then everyone is causing you fitna in your brain. You are teenagers, yeah? Yes. You know, coming out now, smelling. Oh. You must be coming from flower to beautiful tree. Yeah? Oh, beautiful, mashallah. The problem is, as you get older and older and older, you're thinking, oh my face, I don't have the makeup. Oh, I'm not pretty, she's pretty. Oh, I'm beautiful like her. My friend has girlfriend. Why I don't have girlfriend? This is a problem everywhere. When I was 15, my friends have girlfriends. They are not Muslim and Muslim in high school. And I always reading tafsir in the playground, or reading Qasas al-Nabiyyin to practice my Arabic, or reading history. And my friend said to me, "Oh, you're a terrorist. You're reading Arabic. You know, be cool, man. You must be cool." Okay. You want me to be cool? How? Get a girlfriend, man. What? So from young age, I have the fitna and I have the problem. Because people say to me, oh, you have chitko, you look ugly. Cut it. I said, no. My mother said to me, you will never get a wife. My mother said to me, you don't get a wife. I said, I don't care. This for me is sunnah. I'm happy. My mother said to me, why you like to wear jalabiyah? Why you like to wear kameez? Why you don't always wear the suit? I don't care. Because young Muslims in my country are under lots of pressure. Oh, on the TV every day, terrorist, Osama bin Laden has killed again. Oh, your faction goes fast. Alright, how are you doing? You alright? You alright, guys? You're from Indonesia, are you? How are you doing? You alright? What are you doing there? You're from very nice. You're very nice. Your accent is like Lugat al-Kalam, language of the farmer. This is what I'm going to say. My mother would always say to me, speak well. Because you are from a Muslim family, your mother is divorced, you are from a poor family, you have to work hard to get a scholarship to go to university, and I am the one who has to make money for my brother and my mother, and it's very difficult for me. Sometimes I sit in my room and I want to cry. But I remember what my mother said to me. If you are weak, no one's going to help you but you. No one's going to help you but you. Sometimes you're saying, oh, I want to be like this, I want to... No. Look at yourself. Look in the mirror. This is you. When you go away today, I want you to go look in the mirror. And I want you to say, you are me. I am you. Maybe I have spots. I'm not beautiful. Maybe, oh, my friend has a nice shirt from Jakarta. I have dirty shirt from Georgia. I don't care. Because Rasulullah said, إِنَّ اللَّهَ يَنْزُلُ إِلَىٰ أَجْسَامِكُمْ وَلَكِنْ يَنْزُلُ إِلَىٰ قُلُوبِكُمْ وَأَعْمَالِكُمْ. Allah doesn't care. You care? Oh my God, my face, I'm so fat. I'm a big boy. I'm like Sapi, you know? I don't care. The biggest lesson I learned in my life as a young Muslim in UK is to say, I don't care. Many of my friends argue with me, Adam, you go to school, now you go to Quran school, now you go to Tahfiz al-Quran, now you go to Pasantran to study Sharia, Hadith, Usul, Fiqh, Tafsir. I will study. After school, from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m., Tahfiz al-Quran. From 7 p.m. till 11 p.m. at night, I will go to Sharia school. And then sleep 5 or 6 hours. From the age of 14 to the age of 20. Just because I wanted to study my deen. And most of my friends would say, become a lawyer, become a doctor, become a teacher. I studied politics in university. I studied tariq, siyasat. I studied philosophy and masters, inshallah. It's okay. Oh, but people say to my mother, because many Muslims say, my son must be doctor or lawyer or teacher, so my grandmother is happy. No. Sometimes your parents put pressure on you. That's okay. Listen to them. But you must take a piece of paper and write down, who am I? Who am I? What do I like? What don't I like? What is my strength? And what are my weaknesses? Be honest. Every month, I sit down. I sit down. This is nasiha for you. I sit down and I write 3 things I love about me. Then I write 3 things I don't like about me. How to self-improve, develop. Then I circle which is the most important. Sometimes I talk too much. He's a very cool teacher, you know. He's so lovely. But I want to finish because I could tell you so much about my story. I could tell you so many things. But many of you you're from Fakir families, I understand. Many of you have problem in your home, but you say, I want to study, I'm worried about my family. I understand. Many of you worried because your father said, I must get a good job. I don't know. The lesson is simple. Don't rush your life. Take time. Time is very, very important. Sometimes, don't listen to other people. Ask yourself. Write it down. Sometimes you have so many ideas in your head. Write it down. Write it down. You don't do homework, you don't want to study, I know. But write it down. What do I want to be? What do I like? People say this to me, people say this, and just read your paper. Because this is your story. I have told you some of my story. But now, you need to write your story and say, this is my story now. Where do I want to be in 5 years' time? 10 years' time? And stop planning. Because a non-Muslim scholar called John Adair, he said, a Muslim leader, you are all leaders. You don't have to be political like Jokawi. Anyway, you don't have to be a leader of an organization like our amazing Kiai. But you are the leader of your own life. You are the leader of your own life. And even if you help one person to smile, you are a leader. Jonathan said, every Muslim leader must, number 1, remember, if nobody loves you, Allah loves you. Don't forget Him. When everyone else says, you're ugly, or everyone says, you from terrorist religion, or when everyone says, you don't study hard enough, you say, Allah loves me, I will keep trying. Inshallah. I will keep trying. Number 2, vision. Where is my future? People tell me advice, nasiha. Let me write down, let me think quietly. Who do I want to be in the future? Vision. 3, inspiration. If you have the YouTube, if you have the videos, watch them. Listen to other people tell their story. You listen to my story, you listen to my amazing, wonderful friend Remi's story. Everybody has a story. Listen to people who have a story and listen to how they learn and develop. It will make you stronger. And lastly, be careful who your friend is. Because Imam Ghazali said, your friend is the person who helps you grow or brings you down. So, in conclusion, we are living in a time when Ustaz Salihin is going to bully me in a minute. We are living in a time where Islamophobia, bullying Muslims is growing. Muslim women with niqab or hijab, terrorist, ninja. Muslims say, my own students say to me, Ustad, you have a funny beard in UK. My own brother said to me, my brother looks so ugly because he wears, I laugh, I said it's okay. Many people say, I don't want to study Arabic, terrorist language, I want to study English, language of the future, I want to study French and Spanish, so I can go on holiday. Arabic is the Lughat al-Khulawiyya al-Arsh. It is the language of Allah. How can you and your best friend, Allah, become friends if you don't know how to talk to Him? Don't underestimate your Indonesian identity. Be proud of who you are. Oh, the Korean girl looks so pretty. Oh, English boy looks so handsome. Oh, I'm Indonesian. Doesn't matter. Allah made you the way you are. And your story is your story. Be proud. Never ever let waswasa come in your head. I'm ugly, I'm stupid, I must never. Always stay strong and always, luar biasa, stay happy. Terima kasih. Thank you.
Terima kasih Al-Ustaz Muhammad Adam Aslam. I have a note here from his story. The first is, you are the leader of yourself. So be yourself and keep strong. Secondly, love Allah and don't forget it. Think of your future calmly, because you know yourself is you yourself. And thirdly is about the inspiration. You can get from any sources the inspirations from YouTube and so on. So come forward. And from email? From email. Okay. Come forward. Once more from email. From email. Okay, start now. Yes, please.
I have two questions. So before that, I have a story. When I was a kid, I live in Islamic society, and my environment said to me, people said to me, you are different. I have a crazy thing, I have crazy thing about our world. So the most important question is, so my teacher, when I was here, my teacher said to me, the most important question is, are we processing? And my question is, how you learn your language, how you learn your religions, firstly. So after that, why Islam in London make Islam in London so developed so fastly in this area?
Okay, thank you. Okay. Female, now turn of female.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Okay, Mr. Adam, I want to ask you, what is your special prayer after your prayer, and then you can be the success man in this time? Thank you, sir.
Jimli no, Jimli.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My question for Mr. Remy. As retired Muslims, what is your most problems that you face every day, and what is how your way to control it? Thanks.
Okay.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Yes, to Mr. Adam and Mr. Remy, I wanna ask something. That it is easy. We can find the Islamic forum in UK that can keep us from maybe the Islamophobia or the other subject. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Some question for me. How our way to Taiwan in America and on Europa, and how if they show to me if radicalism and terrorism? Thanks. How our way to Taiwan in American or in British or in European, and how if they show us if radicalism on terrorism? Thanks.
Do you get this point? Okay. Okay, please, Mas Tommy, you have 5 minutes and 5 minutes as well for Mas Adam.
Okay, so the two questions I want to kind of answer from that is, you asked me what it means, the problems facing British Muslims and faith and identity for British Muslims. Alright? So, British Muslims come from all over the parts of the world. India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, Nigeria, Indonesia, Malaysia, Arab countries, Somalia. So it's not very, and there's different, madhabs, there's different sects. You have Shia, you have Sunni, you have Hanafi, you have Maliki, you have Shafi'i, you have so many different. And it's sometimes difficult to put them all, sometimes have very little differences, but they are differences. And for them, sometimes it can be difficult for, to come together, because although we speak one language, and it's the language of the Quran, which is Arabic, then still they speak Urdu, they speak Somali, some people speak French, some people speak English. And it can be very difficult to get all these different types of people from all around the world together. But it's also a strength. It's not just a weakness, it's a strength. You can get different cultures together, working together under the umbrella of Islam. They're united. They may be black, white, brown, from the east, from the west, wherever. But they're united, اتحاد تحت Islam, united with Islam. They understand each other a little bit more, even though they have little problems. So for being a British Muslim, I guess one thing is you get to meet so many different Muslims around the world. Turkish Muslims, Arab Muslims, black Muslims. And it makes you realize Islam has spread that far that every race, man or woman, is welcome to Islam, to be part of Islam and have an identity of being Islam first, country second, color third. It doesn't matter, because they're all united under Islam, and Islam is for all the religions. Now the problems we face with British Muslims, I think, we face two big problems. Islamophobia, which is the fear of Muslims. People are scared of Muslims, they say they're terrorists and that. But I think a bigger problem than that is lack of organization and lack of, and not modern, and not giving the right services to the Muslims. You have lots of young Muslim people who don't understand their faith as much as they can. They want to learn about Islam, but Alhamdulillah, you're all here in an Islamic school in Indonesia. You have the ability to go to learn about Islam, which is a very, very powerful thing. And you should be very lucky that you're learning about such a beautiful religion and you're learning about it. But sometimes we have pressures that we don't understand. So one thing we get back to is organization. People are not very organized. You know, this mosque is here, over there, but they don't know how to give really good lessons to young Muslims. How Adam said, he had to speak 4 or 5 different languages, but he grew up speaking English. It's very difficult sometimes. He has to speak Urdu, he has to speak Arabic, but he speaks English. So imagine that they don't understand their young people and how to make them come back to the deen and teach them the deen correctly. So I would say lack of organization and the lack of understanding of each other and being united much more than possibly can. So keeping your iman going in a country in the West where there's a lot of fitna, there's a lot of things that can draw you away, that can bring you away, it's just remembering your religion, remember that you are human. Your iman goes up and down, but as long as you have taqwa and belief in God in your heart, you always come back to Islam. Whatever happens, whatever problems you face, you always have a safe space in Islam. You always, Allah, like you said, Allah is your best friend, and He always will help you. As long as you remember this, and even though you may commit sins or whatever, Allah is with you and always protects you, and He is your best friend. So that's my final, those are my answers to those questions.
Okay, please, Mas Adam. Mas Adam.
Question number 7. Okay, so dua. I always do the dua. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul 'uqdatan min lisani yafqahu qawli. Dua Musa. Why? Because some Mufassirin say that Musa alayhi salam had a stutter. So because he had a stutter, he started to speak like this, that he felt very uncomfortable to speak in front of people, Ibn Kathir says. Some people say it's because he was dark-skinned, Adam Shadid al-Udma, he was dark-skinned, and the Egyptians were light-skinned. The reality is, he had to speak to Fir'aun about fitna and injustice. And he was scared to speak to the king about fitna of his people. And he was scared that Allah Ta'ala gave him this dua to make him strong, not to worry about his stutter. Because he's speaking for the sake of Allah. Not to be angry or upset with his enemy, but to speak politely to his enemy. Basically, a strong Muslim is somebody who is polite and careful. And a strong Muslim is somebody who doesn't care about their skin, or about their speech, or about their status. They care about justice. So this dua Musa is my dua because I want to be like Musa. I don't care if people judge me like the people of Musa judge him. I want to stay strong. And I also say the dua, Allahumma thabitna, Allahumma thabitna, Allahumma thabitna, the dua of the qabr. Oh Allah, keep me strong. Oh Allah, keep us strong. That's the dua I need. Number 2, Saya cinta Indonesia. I love Indonesia. I have been coming to Indonesia for 3 years. So that, inshallah. But my mother is a little bit racist, so sorry. So maybe when I show my Instagram of you, she'll say, "Oh, so beautiful." Yes, it's okay. Inshallah. Maybe for Remy it's okay. In reality, because time is very short, number 1, even in Islamic country, your iman is up and down, up and down, up and down, which is why it's so important. You keep a journal or a diary or notes where you write about yourself, things people say, YouTube links, videos, quotes, sayings. Write it down, keep a diary. and keep on reflecting. أَفَلَا يَتَدَبَّرُونَ الْقُرْآنَ أَفَلَا تَتَدَبَّرُونَ الْقُرْآنَ. Allah loves people who reflect. So reflect not just on Islam, but reflect on yourself. Your iman goes up and down. When your iman is up, remember Allah and stay calm. When your iman is down, keep being strong. When Allah loves you and bring it back up. And lastly, Islamophobia is a really, really big problem. Somebody swore